welcome to Debunking Talk. I'm your host, William Hall, broadcasting live out of Kingsland, Texas, USA, with episode number 14 of entry-level biblical Hebrew. This is a replacement class for the Wow and How of Hebrew with Gavriel Sanders. He's not going to be able to make it today due to a technical issue on his, I guess you could say, mechanical failure sort of a thing. So anyway, today's going to be, if I get the screen to lit, there we go. Today it's just going to be me, and I said episode 14 because there's actually a playlist of the entry-level biblical Hebrew, and I think there's 13 in there already. I don't know if the number is accurate, but it's pretty close. And there's a lot of things in there. There's no structure to it really. There's just, because when I learned Hebrew myself, and I'm not fluent, but I know enough to really get by. But when I learned it, I didn't know how to learn it, so I kind of just had to do everything on my own. And so that's kind of, it's an unstructured format, but for some of you, that might be the way to go. So I'm not saying. But anyway, so today I figured what I'll do is just, I'm going to watch YouTube, the comments section, and I don't know if I can keep an eye on Facebook and YouTube. So if you're actually watching this on Facebook, maybe switch over to YouTube so I can follow the comments just there. If you have a question or correction, there's a lot of people who are watchers who are way more scholarly at this than I am. So if you see me say something or do something that's not accurate, definitely put a notation in there, and even if I miss it, at least the people watching might see your comments and say, well, you know, so this will at least be entertaining for you, especially if you're a scholar. And I'll let you see how this redneck tries to approach teaching Hebrew to someone else. So anyway, with all that said, I'm not really sure where to start at, other than I'm not, in fact, I would like to see some questions right off the bat, to be honest with you. Actually, there is one thing I am going to start with right now. This will be a good point. There's some confusion in, like, there's a lot of sound-alike letters, as well as there's a lot of look-alike letters as well. And so I figured what I would do would be to go over the one I had a conversation with earlier. First, where is my YouTube channel at? Let me make sure I've got that up so I can see it right away. Okay, let me stop that, and let's see what happens there. Hey, Deanna. So looks like only a couple of you on. That's fine. But anyway, so let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because most people watch all the videos, more views happen after the fact anyway, especially during Monday during work schedule day. So I'm just going to write down, I'm going to actually just draw out 3 letters that are similar. And I'm hoping my friend James, who we just interviewed earlier, this might be a good explanation for him on something we discussed. And the 3 letters I've got in mind right now are the letter Hey, the letter Het, and the letter Chaf, right? So, hello, Beverly. Andrea, hi. So, Andrea, I don't know if you and Deanna, but y'all might be able to help me out with some of this too, because I'm not thoroughly fluent on this stuff. But anyway, so the similar letters that sound alike, these you could say they kind of look alike, but it depends on parts of them do. So the letter Hey, I guess I should do right to left, huh? I gotta get inside the screen. So the letter Hey, right, is like the letter H. Okay, it just simply makes the, like, hey, what's up, the H sound, right? The letter Het looks a lot like that, except it doesn't have this little gap right here, right? And that is the letter Het, and that makes a sound like a hissing cat, it doesn't really make a bubbly sound like you would hear a lot of words spoken that way. The one that you would look at that would make that sort of a sound would be this. Looks like a backwards C, right? It's a letter Chaf, and now this could be a Kaf or a Chaf. And if you have something with the nikudot or the vowel pointings in it, if it's got a little dot in it, to me that looks like a mouth, right? And I was thinking it looks like a cough drop. So if you see this and it's got a dagesh in it or a dot in it, then that's a cough. But if it's just this without it, then that's the letter Chaf. Right? It's got that clicky, bubbly thing in the back of your throat. Now, the final letter let me get this over some. The final form of this is what you usually see when you see the on the back of a Tanakh, on the spine of a Tanakh, would be like this. And I know they don't look anything alike, but there's similarities. And that would be the one without the dagesh, which would be the Chaf. So there are final letters. Okay, so those are the 3 letters that sound alike, that don't really look alike necessarily. These two kind of do. So the Hey, I don't know how you spell it. I'm going to say hey like you're saying hey. Okay, so Hey, and then Het, and then chaf. Okay, so that's kind of the rule of thumb right there. Okay, again, I'm not seeing any questions yet, so I'm just going to kind of keep rambling. I'm only doing this because I didn't want to have another missed show. Likewise, whenever I do testimonies, if somebody fails, if I can't get a hold of somebody or some technical issue, we'll still have a show, and I'll just make it a call-in testimony show and let people talk. People can call in and kind of tell me where they're from and talk. Yeah, thank you, Chaf Sofit, correct. Thank you so much. Hey, Christo, how are you, brother? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, cool. Anyway, some of the, what do you call it? Some of the letters that look alike, I guess you could say, and I'm going to actually ask for y'all to tell me which ones too, because I might not remember all of what I'm thinking. But I will say this. I guess we could just go, you know what I should do? I wonder if I can zoom that camera out some. Hang on, because if I can, I'm going to be able to have a little bit more real estate to work with here. Is that one there? And scale that thing way back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. That'll give me more room to write. Okay, cool. So, let me see. I should have started at the bottom so I can hang it off the page. I'm just going to fold this over like this. And right on the back of that 1/2. So, okay, so this will be, I'm just going to kind of start writing through the alef-bet, and then we'll circle lookalikes. Yeah, chetav, very nice, right? Thank you, Deanna. It's raining as well. Oh, wow, Andrea, no kidding. Very cool. Okay, so I'm just going to start with the alef-bet here, and we will, and you may find that I might forget some of the letters because I haven't taught Hebrew in a while, and I know it enough to read it and interpret some of it in a Torah scroll, things like that, but I don't practice writing every letter every day. So like, where's my screen? So the aleph, so I'm just going to write them out. So this would be like the letter aleph, and then this is your bet. I'm kind of writing slow, but these are a little too long, but that's okay. Alef-bet Gimel, Dalet. And as you can see, I probably could have done backwards because I'm going to be covering them up as I write. Dalet, Hey. I'm going to do some more square form. I'll have a couple radiuses in there, but sure, there's so many different ways I've seen these that it's kind of like, you can't see. Oh, sorry. How's that? Is that better? Hopefully. Move the page down. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Good Lord. I've got a preview screen, and I forgot to scoot it over. Hang on. Let me scoot that screen over now. That's the downside of being the only person doing the entire show and doing the teaching itself. So, because I can't have my eyes all over the place now. I've got to stick it where I'm at. So I apologize. So again, alef-bet. Now, of course, the bet could be a bet or a vet, depending on whether it's got another dagesh in it, right? Gimel, Dalet, Hey, right? And then Vav. Is it Zion next, I think? I can't remember. Where the heck is Julie? She's in the house visiting the wife. That's cool. Okay, yeah, much better. I'm sorry about that, guys. Alef-bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zion, Chet, Tet. Yeah, okay, there you go. Vav. Okay, Zion. I just almost drew a blank. Man, I think I almost drew a blank right there. Is that the Zion? I think it is, right? Okay, Vav Zion. Correct me on that Zion if I'm wrong. Chet. Notice the Hey and the Chet are almost identical except for that little gap right there, right? That's one of the lookalikes. Vav Zion, Chet, Tet, Yod, right? And the Yod is just a simple, like an apostrophe, right? So I'm looking up as we go along. Did I do the Zion yet? Correct? I think I did. Anyway, we'll find out in a minute. We'll come back to it if I didn't. Okay, Yud. Samic is, oh my gosh. I'm going, I need an alef-bet so I can actually at least see them. But anyway, you kind of get the point. So, so the bet, what does the bet look like? Isn't bet one of the lookalikes? I think it is. I know the Hey and the Chet is similarities. Oh yeah, the Dalet and the Resh, like the Dalet here, right? And the letter Resh. And say one's got like a little overhang, and the other one's just kind of a curve straight down. Or if it was pure block form, you could still see it. You could still tell just by the fact that this would still be sharp corner like this, and the Resh could look like that. but because it doesn't have that overhang, you know that's a resh. So, okay, what is, kaf. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah. The bet and the kaf look a lot alike. There you go. Thank you. So, like, here is your bet. Thank you, Deanna. I think that's who said that. So, the bet, right? And then this would be the kaf, if you want to look at it that way. So, it just doesn't have this extended tail down here per se. And then, guys, put questions up there or something. See, straight line horizontally and a line down. Oh, yeah, that's what I got. Okay, cool. Rich is kind of here, right here, the Zion. So straight line horizontally and then a line down from the center of that. Very good. Okay, awesome. Oh, my gosh, you're good. Alef-bet, get one of them. Got that. Oh, Zion, Tet, Yud. And then, is it Samik is next, I think? Samik. Hey, there's a great, I did miss Tet. Yeah, well, chet, tet, isn't that this difference between these right there? Because a chet, if it's kind of doggish, am I doing that right? I can't remember now. Dang. Okay. Yud kaf. Oh, yeah, Yud kaf. Okay. Yeah, I definitely need to go back and relook at the alef-bet. I can identify it, but coming up out of my brain is kind of weird. I know, right, Andrea? That is so cool. The alef-bet song by Debbie Friedman, the late Debbie Friedman. That was what me and the kids and the wife all with a girl. Tet. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Tet. So Tet's next, I think. I can't remember. So Tet is kind of like I looked at it almost like it was a Q. Like it was here and it had like some sort of weird somewhere. Man, I've got to get my book out. I wonder if I can find some in here. Oh, yeah, this would help. In fact, I'll show you something really cool for those of you who don't have access to one. This is really, really my favorite books to read from on the Shabbat, because I can refresh my memory on what the words mean and things. Now, you can't see it very clearly for some reason. I'm going to see if I can pull this thing in real quickly, nice and steady, to where it'll focus more. Whoop, my cord is too short. Hang on. Let me pull this out 1 second. Sorry, guys. Now let's do it this way. Try it again. I'm going to try to pull this down and see if you guys can see it better whenever I get closer, maybe. Or if it's going to get blurry. I'm not really sure what distance is good. It's fair right there. Not great, but it's fair. So let me see if I can get you a spot here. I'm going the wrong way. My bad. So it's the first time I've ever done it like this before. I just figured it would be very helpful for y'all if y'all could see this. Okay, that'll work. I'll leave it alone right there. Okay, so anyway, I think, where's our TORAH Parsha so far this week? That's where I like to go to. We're past that. There's Toldos. Moving on. I think it's further back here. Vayeshev, there we go. That was a lucky land. Let me move my bookmark. And see my comments above help. Okay, I'm looking Crystal Cheney right. Oh, yeah, that's great, dude. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I'm such a goofus. Yes, thank you, the Tet. Now, I remember that looks like a whale, sort of. And, well, I can explain that later. But, yeah, thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. That's excellent. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Nice. Okay, Deanna posted the link, I think, to the Debbie Friedman song. That's cool. That's cool. So again, like I said, I definitely don't claim to be no Hebrew scholar. That is absolutely certain. However, I wonder if I can get this thing to focus. No, it's not. I think I've just got it too close to the screen. Well, maybe that's the key. Actually, let me back it up and see if I can zoom in. It might actually work better that way. Let's see what I'll zoom in with a different controller. And bear with me, please. And now it's picking up too much light now. It's okay. Oh, wait. Is that it? Yeah, it is. Oh, that's what it is. Definitely got too much light behind me. Let me, I'll just scoot back down. We'll get over it, guys. Oh, Christo, you're a Hebrew teacher. That's excellent. That's really, really cool. We should do a Skype session right now. Because then you could actually do this class for me. Okay. Very nice to know. Thank you for letting me know, Deanna. In fact, I think I'm going to, Christo, with your permission, I'm going to put you as a moderator here, add you as a moderator by request and advice of Deanna. She says that you've been very, very helpful. So I'm going to do that. If you don't want to be one, just let me know, and I'll undo that. So anyway, appreciate you. Thank you, Deanna, for watching out for everybody. Yes, I'm self-taught. That's okay. Self-taught's good. I'm self-taught too. That's probably why I'm not doing too good at it right now. But actually, I'm not doing too good because I've actually taken about 2 years or so just not doing any of it because I've been so dedicated to getting all this talk stuff up and running. So it doesn't leave a whole lot of time for study on that. So, okay, very good. I did. I handed him a wrench. I didn't understand what you meant by that at first, but anyway. Okay, cool. So anyway, so this book is really cool because it's a transliterated Hebrew Torah. So this is the Genesis, the Genesis book, and each one's broke down by each Parsha, which is really cool. So sorry about my voice. It's still a while from recovery, I guess, but. Anyway, I was actually going to go through and try to just start reading some of the Parsha and explain things, but I don't know that you guys would want to hear that, so that's why I'm kind of hoping a question or two would pop in. But I will say some other basic points, and Christo, I'll look for you and anybody else who wants to comment on this. The idea of, oh yeah, I still got room. Okay, yeah, there's what's called the Beget Kepet letters. Oh, wait, what is the name of the book? That is... There it is right there. The Interlinear Chumash by Stone Edition. Art Scroll, actually. Yeah, Art Scroll. Very good. You can find that. And by the way, I think if you go to artscroll.com, if you use the coupon code Gavriel20, I believe you can get 20% off on this on anything there right now. So I don't remember how much we paid for it. We've had it for about 3 years, but it's really, really awesome because it's got commentary as well. So yeah, these things are great, Beverly, right? And Ed, so hopefully that'll help for you. The back of it, if it's not too, it's too far in. Sorry. I wonder if I can see it here. That's what I'll do. I'll just come over here real fast and let you see the full, just for a brief moment anyway. Let's see. I'm trying to get it to where the lighting's right and not freaking everybody out. There we go. Kind of like that right there. But you can see the thickness of the book. It's really handy. Comes in a 5-volume set. I want to say they were like $149 or something like that, but we paid for them retail before we knew we could get a discount on them. So, but yeah, they're worth every penny. That's for sure. Worth every penny. So, okay, cool. All right, so I was on the roll of Beget Kepet letters, meaning that there are certain letters that can receive a dagesh, which is that little dot, like you see here, like you see here, right? And so when you see those present, and the kaf, word the kaf, oh yeah, way on down the letter, when you see a kaf with a dot in it, same thing. They all have, that means they're pronounced differently. The only thing that confuses me, and y'all could help me out with this, is the tet. Sorry, not the tet, but the tav, which is a lot like the hey and a lot like the chet, which are also the similar. So the hey, the chet, and the tav, I'll do those side by side. The hey, chet, and a tav. So you can see the similarities there. Well, the tav can have one too. And I always thought that every letter was pronounced differently if it had this in there. And some people say, yes, that's a tav without it, and it's a THAV, like thav. And so if it's got the dagesh, and I don't know what's true. I don't know if that's Sephardic versus Ashkenazic. I'm not really sure. But anyway, yeah, so that's the case on that. So thank you, Motorhead. Yeah, tav has a toe. I love the visual connections. You know, it's like the whole cough drop thing. The cough, if there's no drop, is same with the bet. The letter bet. I'm gonna do a little bit more clear. So the letter bet here, okay. It either has a dagesh. Sorry, that was more curved than the other one. It either has a dagesh in it or it doesn't. And the way I memorized what letter it was like playing poker and there's a penny in the pot, right? So it's like you're going to bet on a card. So that's why I remember with the dagesh that would be a bet, and without it, it's a vet. Like take your animal to the vet, for example. So okay, still looking up. Oh, cool. That's an interesting rule. With the dagesh, you get a stronger letter, like a stronger sounding letter. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, I can see how that would be. Very cool. Okay, Christo, tag and tag, maybe it was a typo. Tag and tav are different by only, Ashkenazi Sephardim, no, By the way, if you hear me mumbling, I'm reading off the chat. So if you're wondering what I'm saying, just look at the chat. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Oh yeah. That's true. I can read and translate say for Torah, an actual Torah scroll, not the training ones, but we actually have one, and I can read and translate about the first, I don't know, 5, maybe 7 verses of each Parsha. And that was just a way to build up my biblical vocabulary. So now I can read, I can go to any point. Pardon me, hang on. I can go to any point inside a Torah scroll and just kind of pick a paragraph out, and I can identify certain words and know what they are. Not fluently, because my training had been with using specifically a Torah scroll, and picked out the first 3 to 7 verses, and just committed those to memory. Committed that how to pronounce them based on the nikudot, and what the words meant and things like that. So it actually works out really good that way. So, but I can't read the whole thing. Just saying, that's for sure. I should paper Torah practice from it when I'm preparing to read from. That's really cool, Christo. That's pretty cool. That's exactly what I did. In fact, we have a training scroll. In fact, for all you guys who would be interested in it, and this is something I can't help you with, but I could show you something that anybody can buy. Yeah, I mean anybody can buy from. I think it's. I have to find the website, but it was something like ah.com, but it wasn't. It was another website like that. But the very first Torah we got was a training scroll, and I was terrified when we got it, because I didn't think Torah scrolls had the nikudot, or the vowel points in them. But this one actually arrived, and it actually had them. This is a training scroll. I didn't know anything about them, and so that's what we used for an entire year for me to learn how to pronounce the words, and to learn how a Torah scroll works and things like that. But I want to show that to you, because it truly to this day is one of my favorite possessions that we own after all of these years. So I'm going to show that to you for just a second. So, but yeah, this is basically a paper scroll, but fortunately for me, it's not paper. It's actually plastic. Let's see. I'll see if I can actually pull it out. Maybe I'll do that. I'm just trying to buy time, guys. I'm sorry we missed our show with Rev. Gavriel Sanders, but anyway, let's see how well this is viewed but you can see the size, right? The size is really nice, easy to manage and hold. It comes with its own little protective plastic cover to keep the cloth clean from dust and things. And let's see if I can get this thing out. But it's been a while. But I'll tell you a really interesting story about this in just a second here. It's a little, the plastic cover is a little small for what it was, because it keeps wanting to grab the cloth cover when you take it out. So, pardon me 1 second. Where's it at? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. You guys keep yourself entertained for just a second, okay? 1 second. I need a napkin. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, but I definitely want to show you this. This is just, I don't know, man. It just makes me smile just thinking about this thing. It's so cool, It's they did I love the Yitzchak on here. The spindles, because they've got the third wheels on both sides, so it helps keep it like from shifting and curling the paper and things. And but yeah, I got to get it over there where the other camera's at so you can see it. Actually, I'm going to try to prop it in front of this one, because that's the big screen, the bigger camera. Let me see if I can do this for you real fast. So I don't know exactly how much you'll be able to see without me adjusting it, because I don't have a light that's close enough there. But you can see the size. But the paper, it's actually like a plastic. I was really worried that I would tear it, but it's actually a really, really rigid material, which is really cool. So let me see how close I need to get to try to get you guys focused in on some of how it looks. Up close, I just tripped over a wire. Let's see if this will work. I'm going to try to be very still if I can. Come on. Oh, it's not on autofocus, so. And I can't see if it's in focus. I'm too far away from my monitor. But this is it right here. This is amazing. But But yeah, I used this thing for an entire year before we wound up getting an actual scroll. So it was really, really cool. And by that time, I was able to actually read and interpret things. So this is just such a huge blessing, man. I recommend anybody who's wanting to learn Hebrew to get one of those because it's just absolutely divine. It's so amazing. So, anyway. Okay, so looking at the chat again. Okay, I don't see anything flagging to knock talk, so I'll scoot on. Okay, computer program with proofreads. Okay, okay, yep, very good. Scruffy Scrubs. Yeah, it is actually. I think Deanna, for y'all just now tuning in, look in the chat. Deanna pasted a link. Deanna's our chief admin on pretty much all of the knock talk things, so I think she put a really cool link for you guys if you're wanting to learn. And it's just a really catchy song so that you can commit it to memory, you know. So apparently I need to go back and re-listen to it again. It's been a while. So yeah. Hey, Paul Burrell, what's up, brother? Cool. So anyway, if you got any questions or something or anything, or you just want to point out something I messed up on, I don't care. I'm all in this to learn too. So just let me know. Let's see. Trope. Oh yeah, trope. And I thought the trope was actually something that taught you how, or had like the canting and things of the Torah. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. Robert Stokeman, hello. So anyhow, I guess I could, let's see, what else could I go over? Because there's actually 14 episodes. I'm actually surprised I even had enough to give you 14 episodes, to be honest with you. But it's really cool though. It's really cool. I mean, you guys, I will tell you this: learning how to speak, learning Hebrew in general, I've been told is the easiest language to learn. 22 letters. Beverly Lane, where to order scroll? Let me. You know what? I'll look it up for you while we're here. It'll give me something to do. So until I see somebody with a question, so bear with me one moment. But learning Hebrew is actually supposed to be the easiest language. I mean, English itself is supposed to be like the hardest language if you were to learn it, you know, as an adult and you were trying to actually learn the language. So, okay, I'm going to look up AISH.com and see if that's where we got it from. .com. I think it might have actually been. So I got to find on the right keyboard though. It didn't actually respond just then. AISH.com. And let's see. There it is right there. Okay, let's see. Resources. I don't know if it'd be there. Shopping. That's what I want to go right there. Let's go to shopping. Okay, so I'm looking at AISH.com. You can look there with me if you want. And I'm just going to put in here training scroll and see if this is it. Shoot. Got two keyboards. I've just rearranged my cameras earlier, or my monitors. See, DRAINGCROLL. Yes, I'm a pecking typer. Sorry, guys. Okay, no, that was not there. So what I'll do is I'll copy that and post it in Google, into the Google search bar, and see if it'll direct me somewhere where it'll actually have one. Paste. Can't believe I can't remember where we got that at. And it's a very popular site too. That's the thing. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Nope. Still looking. I'm really glad you asked because that'd be a good thing to put here. My wife would know. She has a photographic memory. Steam Community Garmin. Nope, I don't see it there. But it's a website like that though, like AISH.com or something. It's not Chabad. I'm pretty sure it wasn't from there. Oh, here we go. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's why. Maybe we got it off Amazon. Let me look at it right now. I just found one here. Yep, I think that's why. It wasn't from a website. It was actually off of Amazon. So yeah, if you just go to Amazon.com and type in, why has I got a pop-up box here? And just type in training scroll, and you'll see a bunch of different ones. Now the one we bought, holy whopper! I haven't seen these since we shopped for that one. The one we spent, I think it was around, the size of this one is 16. I think it's 14 inches tall. The actual plastic parchment part. The Yitzchak is total is like 24, and I think we paid about $120 120, 160, I can't remember. But they definitely have a lot of resources and a lot of choices here, so that might be a good place to go. And it actually came, I'm pretty sure it came from Israel because it took forever, or it came from not in the U.S. because it took 2 or 3 weeks for it to get here. But anyway, so there you go. So, yeah, Nicodot. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, yeah, that's what we should go over. Hey, man, we still got a little bit of time. Let's do that. And you guys can help me, too. I'm pretty sure I remember most of those, but we'll find out here in just a minute, okay? So, the vowels, the vowels are, to me, are pretty cool. It's like training wheels for everybody to learn. And so I'm just going to do them separate from the letters. Actually, I'll use the letter aleph just to, well, actually, I'll have to use certain ones. I'll have to use a vowel on some, for example. But all the vowels that they have, I've been told by different resources that some people don't even agree exactly how they are, or how exactly they sound, but they can get them really close. I don't understand all that through, except for, like I said, the difference between Sephardic and Ashkenazic. So basically, you've got, my phone's going off. Let me get this out of my pocket so it's bugging me. Make sure it's not anything important here. No, we're good. Okay, so like under an aleph, first of all, the aleph and the ayin, that's probably where we should start, right? Okay, the aleph and the ayin. This probably should be down lower here. Whatever. There we go. We have. This is my opinion. This is how I teach my kids. So if I'm wrong, try to look at the part where I might be kind of right and just work with me on this. Okay. So aleph and ayin aren't really consonants. They're more like placeholders, right? So when you see aleph or ayin, they really stand in for specific vowels to be used. And in English, as you know, like the word Tanakh, if we were to spell it without the vowels, which is what the Hebrew does, Tanakh would be T. Oh, it's got to get, well, for us, we go the other way. T-N-K, right? And so we add an E and an A, or an H, K-H, whatever, right, to make the word pronounceable. So in the same way here, so in this particular case, you'll see a lot of this because in the word Tanakh, and it's actually T-A-N more like, it's not really T-E-N, but T-A-N, A-K-H, the way that's actually spelled is simply with 3 letters, and there's no vowels. But if you were to put the vowels in, so you have the tav, right, and then no vowel, just the next letter would be the nun, right? I'm hoping I'm not messing this up. Hold on just a second. Oh, yeah. Man, see, I drew a blank right there real fast. My bad. Okay, so the nun is it's like the letter, but this is let's do this. The nun and the bet, that's the one I was thinking of. So the nun and the bet, this is your nun, and this is the bet, or vet, whatever you want to call it. The difference is kind of a cut-off version of the bet, and that's a nun. So unless it's a final nun, then it's different. So the tet, nun, and then the kaf, final kaf in this case would be this, right? So I need to move over now because I've got all the scribbles in the way. Let me just do this. I'm gonna flip this over. Okay, so tet, or I'm sorry, tav. I'm starting to get kind of overwhelmed actually. Sorry guys. Tav, nun, and then kaf, right? So Tanakh would be, if you were to put a vowel, you would have a patach, right? And another, and maybe it's patach or a kamatz. Y'all can correct me on that. I don't know. I know they're similar, right? And so this is where we get the our vowels in the English, the ah part, these pieces that go underneath the letters or over, depending on what letter you're looking at. These are the vowels. That's why I say that the aleph and the ayin aren't really vowels. They're more placeholders for vowels to be used, if you want to look at it that way. So I'm going to look at the chat again real fast just to make sure I'm not overlooking anything. Okay, oh, by the way, you know what? You can type a Nikudot on a keyboard. And for my keyboard, you have to use the I think you have to use the shift and F letters or something like that. Or no, that's not true. The shift and the exclamation point, the at, the pound. I don't know if you can do it on YouTube or not, but I know on my other keyboard you could do that. So anyway, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, the carrier. Yeah, that's what I mean. Placeholders. It's something that you can use something else in its place. Right. Very good. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, cool. Patak vowel for both. Oh, it is patak for both. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. So going with that. So we'll just use this box real fast. This box will act like a letter. It can be an aleph or a vav or an ayin, but we could call this just like a square to put a letter in. So your vowels, in fact, I probably should make about 7 of these so that we can have them all together and have them in different areas. So basically, they will go. I crowded myself. Dang it. My bad. Okay, skip this one. Let's start with this one. So the space in between, like underneath it, directly underneath is where we'll put it at, unless it's supposed to go somewhere else, right? And I'll move this up for you. So patak and kamats are kind of the same. They're the same sound, but they look different. Okay. The patak is like a minus. Now, remember, they go underneath the letter. This is the letter itself that I'm making the box for. So the patak is a single line. The kamats, depending on what font you're using, the kamats is like that, but it's like a T with the longer top on it, right? And they make the same sound, but one's more defined. Like patak is like a soft ah, and this is what I was told. And the kamats is more like when you're saying the word paw, like the paw of a cat. It's a much stronger, more emphasized ah sound, right? A heavier usage of that word. Right, and then you have on another one you would have a single dot, this letter chirik, and it makes the e sound like in feet or peat, right? What am I missing here? There's actually 7 or so. On another one you would have specifically if this was a letter vav, there are 2 places you'll see a vowel on this one. So it'll be either over the top of it right here, or it will be in the middle like that. It won't be both, right? If it's in the middle, I look at this like it's a ball. Somebody's throwing you a ball from over here, and it zooms over at you. Well, here it's going over the top of your head, and that makes the O sound if you see it over the top. And if this thing was flying at you and it hit you in the stomach, your first thing would be like, ooh, that really hurt. Ooh, so O and ooh. Right, and that's kind of corny, but that's how I memorized everything. So this is a holum, and this is a shiruk, and then if you see these guys underneath a letter, and I don't know which letters they could fall under, if it's vowels or all letters, that would be the shiruk, I believe it is, and I'm not sure what sound that makes. I know it's kind of like more like you and put. I'm not really sure, but they're different emphases on sounds of the vowels, right? And so we've got the patak, kamats, the chirik, the cholam, shiruk, and the kibbutz. What else am I missing? There's something else. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't actually. Oh, maybe look in this book. I might find one in here because it actually has the nukadot in it. So, just for fun, if I can see with these glasses on, anyway. All right. Oh, yeah. One of my favorite ones, actually. I totally forgot about that one. I just saw it here in the book. This one is called a segol, and it's like 2 dots and then 1 underneath it. And again, this is all corny how I'm going to relate these to you, but this is what I used in my brain to make it work. So these 3 dots, and I'll kind of write down what these are so you can go back and look at them. The 3 dots is a segol, right? And it makes the E sound like an egg, right? So segol. So when you hear these words, patak, kamats, those are telling you, if you know what they're called, then you'll know how they sound, because that's what they're using to teach you how to sound them. It's like cholam, O, shuruk, U, kibbutz, right? Segol, So that's how it works, right? And so I always looked at this as like there was 3 little eggs in a basket. So segol, egg, makes the E sound, short E, right? And then the tseri. I forgot what the tseri looks like. 1 second. I drew a blank. Let me see if I can find one more fast. Actually, somebody, if you could put it on there or tell me how it's shaped, I forget. I can't believe I forgot these, man. Oh, it's the 2 dots by itself. Never mind. Okay, so there you go. So you have, that's what it was. I just found it. So you have the dots are, there's like 5 different ways, right? So you have the chirik, makes the E sound, the hard E, right? Then you have the segol, that makes the short E sound. I'm putting this like an old school grammar. And then you have the 2 dots side by side, and it makes the hard A sound, tseri, right? That's the sound it makes, right? And so those are the dots. And then, of course, you have the vav. So you've got the vav here that's got the o, u, So all these are dots used, right? And then you have the 2 lines, like the patach and the kamatz. And I think those are all of them. Now, you will find in your chumash, as you're learning this stuff, you'll see, shva. Thank you, tzaddik, the shva. I totally forgot about that one. Okay, so the shva is something that you'll see. It's like a semicolon or a colon, whatever this is called. 2 dots over and under, right? And you'll see that like in a lot of times you'll see it in the beginning of a word or in the middle. And the way that's called a shva, and the way I learned that is that acts like a stop sign. It means don't pronounce a vowel after it. It's like shh. It's like shh. Be quiet. Stop. Don't anything. So if you see a word, let me see if I can just write one. Write one that we're all familiar with. Let me go back to it real fast so I can make sure I ain't messing it up. Give me just a second here. I'm almost there. 1 page away. Okay. Yeah. That's a perfect example right there. So I'm gonna give you a really great example. You're gonna love this one because this is the word. One of the first words everybody probably learns. Okay. So the word bereshit is a really good example. Make sure I'm in the screen here where you can see it. Okay. So bereshit. Let me go up higher here. So bet, right? Now, this is where you're going to see a shava used, and it's just 2 dots, just like it is, right? And this is going to have a dagesh in it because it's bet, like it's the letter bet. So bereshit rather than V sound, right? And then aresh is next. Looks just like this, except it doesn't have the bottom line. Okay, right? And this one actually has a 2 dots, which makes a hard A sound, b-ray, right? But you see how that stopped. It's not ba-ray, it's b. So it kills it. It's like kills any vowel sounds after it. When you see a shva, just like a stop sign or just saying shh, be quiet, no vowel here. But that's where you it's like a joining word. And in this case, bereshit would be like in the beginning or in at with the prefix. So, that's something we got to go back into again too. Those are really fun. Prefixes and suffixes are absolutely cool when you start learning them. They're really awesome. So, beret, and there's an aleph here, and this is something I never really got too much on, but there's an aleph here, and it doesn't have any vowels. But it's in the spelling, right? Still a placeholder. And the letter shin, right? This one has, this is something that you should probably pay attention to here. When you see the letter shin, it's going to have either, if it's got nikudot, it's going to have a dot either on the right or on the left, not both. If it's on the right, okay, it is shin. If it's on the left, like SH, like Charlie Sheen, or shin, if you want to call it that way, if it's on the left, it's sin or sin. And the way I remembered which one was which was, if the dot is on the left of this, it's the letter sin, right? And so sinning, we all know sinning is never right. Sinning is wrong. So sin is never right. So if you see the dot on the left, that means it's a sin, not shin. Okay. In this case, it's actually on the right side. So it is a shin. Okay. And this also has a chirik, a single dot. So it makes the E. So you have b, re, she, right? And then a yud tav, right? Yud. Make sure I'm still on the screen here. Yud and a tav. Sorry, I'm trying to move my hand out of the way and it's making me right sloppy. So anyway, so that's just an example of the how that actually works. And you'll see this also, if you're reading, you'll see something that looks like this at the end of a word, right? But that just, and I think all that means is that's more like a period. It's like the end of a sentence. And it's only when you see nikudot present you'll see that, I think. Now, you'll see other things too. Like you'll see cantor marks, which I didn't know. It had to be confused like crazy in the beginning. Problem is I don't see any. Oh yeah, there's a few on here. Like there's on certain letters, you'll see one of these, but smaller over the top of a letter, or you'll see something like a backwards letter R or something weird like. And these are cantor marks that they use when they basically kind of sing or melodize the Torah when they read it. And so, so that's pretty much it. Okay, so where are we at on time? We got 45 minutes. That's probably good enough. I got to go inside and get some things ready before I go to start the next show. But anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I really appreciate you guys helping me along because I still have a lot to learn. It's actually got me supercharged. I want to go back in and start recommitting this other stuff to learning. Okay, actually, let's read this off here. Let's say Les Bourne says, let me go back to your first comment. The first vowel in the name of the vowel is the same as the vowel the same name is referred to, right? Yeah, exactly. That's what we mentioned that earlier, right? It tells you so that's why I said if you can memorize the vowel names, then you'll know what sound they make because it kind of tells you in the name itself. Shva has rules about when it moves and when it rests. Okay. When it moves is like Sagol, although, oh, cool. I didn't know that. Very good. Thank you. The cantor marks can be on the bottom too. Yeah, that's correct. I didn't clarify that. Right. Very good. Awesome. Oh, cool. Hey, Krista, we'll definitely get. Let me write your name. Let me do this down because I won't know if I can find the chat later. So let me write that down. And Janie. Where'd it go? It scrolled on me. Oh, there we go. Nope. Yep, it did scroll on me. Okay, cool. I think I just got it. Okay, so next time we have this will be fun. So next time we have a cancellation on Gavriel Sanders' show, I'll probably try to give Christo Cheney or maybe another Hebrew teacher, one of those two, and we'll still get a show in regardless. So, and if we don't, then I'll just draw you a bunch of funky pictures and try to entertain you for about 45 minutes. So, there you go. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed this. Please tell everybody if they want to learn Hebrew, they can definitely learn it on Tanakh Talk. Gavriel Sanders is a great teacher, and I've got, like I said, this is episode 14 of the elementary Hebrew. Some of the older classes I've done, I need to go back and watch because there's stuff in there I forgot because I haven't been using it. So, but there'll be a good thing to start with. So anyway, I really hope you guys had fun. I know I sure did, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Well, actually, we'll see you shortly because we got a class coming up next with Rabbi Stuart. Federow TNT is happening in an hour and 15 minutes. So really appreciate you guys. Y'all take care. Peace.
חשוב והכרחי להיות ביחד. איפוק זו העוצמה, ויתור זו הגדולה, השאיפה והכמיהה. אני אתה אתם תמיד כולם ביחד. חשוב מכל חשוב והכרחי להיות ביחד. איפוק זו העוצמה, ויתור זו הגדולה, השאיפה